Hey y'all, it's Ty, your kitchen table scrapper. I told you I was a real person, so you are really getting real me just coming from the gym post workout with a pony. I have a session for you today, and it is about making kits work for you. Kits to me are just a starting point for creativity and creation. I appreciate them doing sort of the heavy lifting so that I can take it the final leg. I want to show you today, there's a specific kit that I liked, but when I opened it up, the papers kind of weren't working for me in the way I thought they were going to. So I want to show you how I took that and made it work. If you have any comments, drop them below. Thanks so much. Bye. This is a kit I'm going to be working with today. It's from Latte, and I've got a lot of their kits. I think they have a good selection. Their price point is very doable. I would say, based on my style of scrapping, they're probably for me 80 to 85% complete. Someone else is going to get this and be like, great, I'm going to do it exactly as is, only using the stuff in the pack, and that's going to be fine. For me, again, I like to add a little bit more. I want to show you this one in particular because it's got something on here, and when I was going to start doing it, it made me think, oh, okay, I should probably explain this. So when I opened the pack, it had the papers, and it had this kind of seafoam blue basil type paper that's over on the right, and then over on the left it had a pre-printed, well, you can see it, it's pre-printed. It's kind of got like a folder, a little bit distressed, but all of that is printed on the page. But here's the deal, when I'm doing scrapping, I never want to have a disconnected element, as I call it. So if something is over here, I need to at least repeat or touch on it for over here. So what I noticed is, since they wanted to use a full sheet of the seafoam over here, there wasn't any of that same paper on the first page. So I thought, here is how I'm going to fix that. Again, someone else might not be bothered by that in the least, but I am. So what I did is I went over to my paper stash and got just 2 pages of Basil Craft, and that becomes now my 12 by 12 background. And then I took the seafoam and I cut 3 inches off of it, okay? 3 inches off of it. And then I took this sheet, which had been just 1 page, and I cut a 3-inch sliver off of the right-hand side. Okay, so then when you put it together, just like this. So I've got my 12 by 12 Basil Craft. I've got the 3-inch seafoam, but overlaying that, I've got the 9 inches of this main page. So there's a 1-inch gap there, there's 9 inches here, and then the remaining there. And then over here, background is Basil Craft, 9 inches of seafoam, and 3 inches, 1 inch is underneath here. So 3 inches of this slice. So now whenever I put these together in my 12 by 12 double page layout, it's more cohesive, and you've got that repeating design element. I wanted to show you how this thing turned out. Again, here was the kit, 2 different pages, no repeating elements of the large things. And what I did is did the repeating element by slicing this, adding some of that seafoam color over here, using an entire sheet of craft on either side. I mixed things up. I like to move this over. This was only originally over on this page. I cut it to add, again, a repeating element here. Just put a little bit of ribbon there. I sliced this in half and stuck that in. I like to have kind of a focal picture or a focal picture and then an accent photo. The title was the same title in the kit, but I just pop dotted that. And other than that, for me, I just wrote in Marathon Christmas Parade. Over on this side, again, this was on the original page. This, I had cut some. This I just tucked in there, added a little sheet here, tucked the tag over there, and then this was the big element on this page. But I just liked that one picture. I thought it was really funny. Now, these are all the pictures I didn't use. When I printed them out originally, I thought that I might. So that's why I printed so many. And when I look at them, they make me laugh. They're funny. Each of them has a story. This is the one where somebody had their margarita machine set up on the tailgate of the truck in front of us, powered by a generator. I thought that was hysterical. This was a play off of Christmas Vacation. Anyway, these are really funny, and you know what? I'm going to throw them all away. I know, right? They're pictures. You can't throw pictures away. Sure can. Because these are the ones that when I look at them, that's the story I want to tell. Now, if I really wanted to use these, I could. And what I'm going to show you is how to use some pocket pages. I'll do this more in another video, but if I really wanted to add some, I could have just inserted them like that. Okay? So for me, it's not about getting 700,000 pictures on a page. It's just about making the kit visually appealing. What is my eye doing? My eye here is moving this direction. And then when I come over, it moves this direction. So you want to think about what your eye is doing. And that's how I made this kit work for me.